We are going to make a liquid sunshine superfood smoothie. So I've got my Vitamix here and I'm making 2 doses, one for myself, one for my lovely wife, and she taught me this recipe. So shout out to Carolina. So I made this mistake before. You use half the amount of water. So this isn't a mistake. This is how you do it. You've half the amount of water that you want the smoothie to be. So since I'm making 2 of these, I put 1 of these into the Vitamix. And then we've got a whole bunch of fruit. So obviously organic fruit. So I'm going to be putting a tremendous amount. So pretty much more than you think you need, essentially, of the fruit. So I got blackberries there. I wanted some red in here, so I've got some strawberries. Strawberries, I think that I love them, but I might just like the idea of them, because it was my favorite food to put on everything growing up. You guys ever make strawberry pancakes? They're the best, especially if they're smushed strawberries, like old strawberries, not fresh strawberries, like strawberries that were mixed and put into a container and put into a refrigerator and just left overnight, and the next morning they're super soft. All right, most important part, spirulina. This is called Power Shake. This is Liquid Sunshine. This is the nourishment part of our programs that we put people on that are guaranteed money back to transform people's lives. I've heard of people have spontaneous Kundalini awakenings on this. Only 3 people out of the thousands of people that I know of that take this. But that's just to say how powerful this is. So I add about 12 spoonfuls, and I wasn't counting. Was anybody else counting on that? So spirulina, alfalfa leaf grass, there's kamut wheatgrass, and then I just put the actual straight up kamut on top of the Power Shake, because this is just going to make it even more potent. This is dehydrated at room temperature. This is grown on a volcanic ash lake bed, hundreds of miles from any non-organic farm. This is dehydrated at room temperature, 78 degrees, so the enzymes are still intact. This is liquid life. As soon as we add water to it, it revives itself from this suspended state of animation. Suspended state. It's in a suspended state. Now I'm putting in aminos. Have you guys seen advertisements for aminos on the market? Like this guy, I'm not even gonna say his name. He's always talking about aminos. I think the brand he's promoting is called Perfect Aminos. These ones are what those ones are based off of. So the new aminos on the market are a cheaper make of this. Essentially, they copied us after decades of being out. These are the originals. So most all aminos on the market are copies of this one. Nobody's the original, right? But that's why we can guarantee results. Completely guaranteed. Am I forgetting anything? Power Shake, kamut, fruit, water, aminos. Now we blend. Okay. And this is what organic superfood nutrition looks like. It's an amazing consistency. Probably should have put a little bit more fruit in there, as you guys see, then it would have filled this one up, and then also it would have been a little bit thicker, a little bit more icy, because the fruit makes it icy. But that's still good enough, and it'll taste good as well. The snack is served.